There comes a time in life when the noise begins to fade and the world grows quieter, and in that silence, many truths begin to speak louder than ever before. Not long ago, it might have seemed impossible to imagine needing help with the simplest tasks or waking up in a place unfamiliar, where days are measured not by work or ambition, but by reflection and the company of others walking a similar path. But life has its way of teaching, and often those lessons arrive unannounced, not in youth, not in success, but in the stillness of later years. For those who've had to stay in assisted living, rehabilitation, or a nursing home, even temporarily, the experience can open the heart and mind in ways no book ever could. It reveals what truly matters, what was overlooked, and what should never be taken for granted. Among the most painful realizations is that loneliness often weighs heavier than any physical ailment. In places meant for healing, many live for months or years without a single visitor. No matter how kind the caregivers or how clean the rooms, nothing replaces the warmth of family or a familiar voice. Days stretch long when there's no one to share them with, and it becomes clear that connection is not just important, it's essential to the human spirit. In the rush of earlier years, time may have been spent chasing success, accumulating possessions, or climbing ladders. But what stays in the heart at the end are not promotions or paychecks, but relationships. The conversations, the laughter, the hands held during hard times. And then there is health, the quiet treasure often ignored until it begins to slip away. The body that once moved without hesitation may now struggle with each step. The hands that once built homes, cooked meals, or held children may now tremble or tire. It's in these moments that it becomes clear. No amount of money, no level of status, can restore what's been neglected. Those who once seemed invincible now depend on others just to get through the day. The realization hits hard that taking care of the body early on could have preserved so much joy and independence. Gentle movement, nourishing food, rest, and peace of mind were never luxuries. They were necessities disguised as options. Material things, the homes filled with decor, the expensive clothes, the gadgets collected over decades, gradually lose their meaning. What once felt essential is now just background noise. When life is reduced to a single room with a bed, a chair, and perhaps a few pictures on the wall, it becomes impossible to deny. Things don't last. Memories do. Not the kind captured in photos, but the kind that live in the heart, the birthdays celebrated, the sunsets shared, the kindness shown to others. In the end, it's not what was owned that matters, but who was loved and how. There is a quiet dignity in independence, and only when it's lost does its true value become visible. The ability to choose what to eat, where to go, and how to spend time may seem small until it's gone. Needing help with dressing, walking, or eating is not just a change in routine, it's a humbling transformation that teaches compassion, patience, and the importance of cherishing even the most ordinary freedoms. For those who still enjoy such independence, it's something to treasure daily, not to take for granted. Happiness, it turns out, rarely comes from grand achievements or distant dreams. It often lives in the smallest places: a warm drink, a gentle breeze, a smile from a stranger, a shared story. Many who live joyfully in their later years have not escaped hardship, but have simply learned to embrace what remains instead of mourning what was lost. Their peace is not in perfection, but in presence, the ability to find beauty in the now. There is also the matter of forgiveness, a quiet but urgent call in the final chapters of life. Anger held too long becomes a burden, one that the body feels as much as the heart. Those who carry old resentments often suffer silently, even when the person they resent is no longer present. But those who forgive, not because others deserve it, but because peace is worth more than pride, walk lighter. Forgiveness, especially in later years, is not a gift for someone else. It's a release, a deep exhale after holding in pain for too long. And when offered sincerely, it frees not only the forgiver, but the future. Life is fragile, and every day is a mystery. Someone can laugh at dinner and be gone by morning. That's not a thought meant to frighten, but to awaken. Too much time is wasted in waiting for the right moment, for perfect conditions, for a better time. But the truth is, the perfect time never comes. Life will always be imperfect. But that should never stop joy from being felt, love from being shared, or purpose from being lived. Each morning is a chance to begin again, to say what matters, to do what brings meaning, to connect, to serve, to be fully alive. Aging is not something to fear, but wasting time is. No one knows how many years remain, but everyone can choose how to live the ones they have. Not with regret, but with intention. Not by clinging to what's gone, but by embracing what's still possible. The beauty of growing older is that it grants clarity, a vision that sees beyond distractions into the heart of what really counts. So, wherever this message finds you, whether standing tall or seated quietly in reflection, let it be a reminder: the most valuable things in life cannot be bought. They are felt. Health, love, peace, kindness, forgiveness, and presence. These are the true riches of a life well lived. And every breath, every heartbeat, is a chance to choose them again.